Welcome to MLC TV News Hour, reaching live from the city of Lokoja, the Confluence State of Nigeria. I am Jenjia Balagbubu. The headline: Governor Bello expresses satisfaction and commends contractors over project executions in KOGI. INEC bows to pressure, extends voters registration indefinitely. KETANJI Brown Jackson sworn in as first black woman on U.S. Supreme Court. And BBC to show Champions League highlights from 2024-25 season. And now the news in detail. President Muhammadu Buhari has said Nigeria is ready to fill the natural gas gaps in Europe predicated by the current Russian-Ukrainian war. The president spoke about the country's readiness in a statement by spokesman Garba Shehu on areas of cooperation between Nigeria and Portugal delivered at the Presidential Palace in Lisbon. President Buhari explained that with over 200 million, mainly young people, Nigeria is ready to be the hub of the African continental free trade area. He urged Portugal to consider Nigeria as a valued and trusted partner in Africa at the time the world was going through turbulent times. President Buhari identified 5 key areas of cooperation and collaboration capable of moving both countries forward, including oil and gas, tourism and hospitality industry, air travel, security and joint commission. On oil and gas, President Buhari said with the current Russian-Ukraine war, increased cooperation in oil and gas between the two countries has become vital to avoid crisis in the demand and supply chain, even as Nigeria is already a major supplier of gas to Portugal. On air travel, the president emphasized the need to sign a bilateral air services agreement and quickly establish a direct air link between the two countries. President Buhari, while affirming Nigeria's renewed commitment towards the fight against terrorism in the Lake Chad and the Sahel region, told his Portuguese counterparts that Nigeria would welcome the support of the Portuguese government through intelligence and information sharing, weapons and training of security personnel of member states. He also stressed the need to establish a joint commission to promote the full realization of the objectives of bilateral relations. KOGI State Governor Yahaya Bello has expressed satisfaction over all the projects executed in Lokoja by his administration and promised to provide more projects for the states. The elated Governor Bello made the open declaration after going around the state capital for an on-the-spot assessment of ongoing and completed projects. Our reporter has more.
From the inspection of Patan Natako Riverbank flood fence, water diversion barricade ongoing, the governor assured the shop owners of compensation before the demolition.
The remaining 5% will affect these various shops, and we need to remove them so that we can complete the embankment to prevent all this annual flooding that used to affect Lokoja and the environment. So right now we have addressed the owners of these shops so that they will understand that the construction of the embankment needs to be completed. If not, when the flood comes, we won't be able to prevent the effect on Lokoja and the environment, and even including those that are passing by. So we have promised them now that before they are removed, all the necessary compensations shall be paid to them. They shall be relocated to a new place where they will build their new shops, including all these markets will have to go.
The marketers and shop owners appreciated the governor for assuring them of hope for a better KOGI state landscape. The governor also moved with his entourage to have a final inspection of the Muhammadu Buhari Square complex and the Ganaja flyover bridge. He was pleased with the level of work done. He also stopped over to inspect some roads within the state capital, Lokoja. Governor Bello could not hold back his expression of joy and fulfillment as he visited the specialist hospital where a shabby job was done before, but this time it was a kudos to the fresh contractors and the chief medical director, Professor Yahya Ozigi, who was commended for his close supervision on the project. Responding to journalists, he said, precisely in October last year, he He was at the same state specialist where he interviewed the contractor handling the specialist hospital project, but was not satisfied with the quality and pace of the job being executed.
Exactly at this spot last year, I want to believe. October precisely was when I interviewed the contractor handling this specialist hospital. And I did express my dissatisfaction over the quality of job that was executed in this same place. Today, 30th of June 2022, I've come back to inspect the same job again here at the specialist hospital in Lokoja, and I am highly satisfied with the quality of job. GYB stands for standard and quality, and you can only use quality and standard to describe GYB.
Other projects inspected include GYB Model Science Secondary School at Dankolo. He interacted with management, staff and students as he entered from classrooms to laboratories, to the sound room and to an open field with synthetic grass carpet field. He promised to replicate the same across the 3 senatorial districts.
Science students, you have your labs, all your laboratories have been equipped, and everything you need to study and learn is here in the school. So I want you to make me proud, make your parents proud, and make the principal and officers and teachers of this school proud. Make KOGI State proud, and above all, make yourselves proud. Is anybody owe salary here?
No, sir.
Thank you very much. I want to assure you that we will even enhance your package. Not only will you be paid promptly, but we shall enhance your package. Nobody will be teaching in this kind of wonderful environment and should go back home hungry.
The principal, Yakubu Ajofe, commended the governor for his support and concern for the education sector in the state and assured him that the school will produce students that can compete with their counterparts anywhere in the world.
As a community, I think we need to celebrate the government of the day for giving this attention to education. Once you don't have education, you don't have anything. Before now, this college you see from the rubbles, we have been excellently doing well in laurels. We win several awards in sciences and others. The trophies are there to count. But the governor now thought it wise that aside this academic excellence, let us give a commensurate structure that will showcase the beauty of the school in academics and instruction. And that is where we are today. We are eternally grateful to the government, eternally grateful to our own dynamic and dynamite governor, and we want to promise that we will continue to excel and will put the state on the map of education in Nigeria.
Governor Bello promised to complete more projects captured before his last day of office. Khadijat Mohammed, reporting for MLC TV.
A joint delegation of officials from Kogi State and the Federal Capital Territory has met in the Government House, Lokoja, to further discuss pending border issues between the two parties in a bid to forestall border conflicts. Leading the FCT delegation, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Capital Territory Administration, Chairman, FCT Boundary Committee, Olushade Adeshola said that the commitment before them was to ensure that boundaries are clearly identified and made more visible on ground so that disputes among border dwellers would be minimized and lasting peace as well as economic and social well-being of border communities would be achieved. Our reporter has more.
Naharati community in Abaji Area Council FCT and Kotunkarifi community in Kogi State traditional rulers have complaints about boundary disputes. Olushade Adeshola said these communities' dwellers were brothers but now separated by man-made boundaries. He suggested that if not urgently addressed, the simmering dissatisfaction had the potential to snowball into a conflict, with consequences for livelihood, safety and security in both territories.
As we speak now, work is ongoing in various sectors of the boundary with other states, aligned, FCT. So I will urge us and beg us that, as we go into serious discussion, I know KOGI is also interested in seeing this done speedily. That our effort will not be fruitless today. That we must achieve and move forward with the process of demarcating the boundary. Your Excellency, it is hoped that at the end of today's meeting, we should be able to come up with a detailed program of action geared towards the demarcation of FCT KOGI boundary.
The KOGI State Deputy Governor and Chairman KOGI State Boundary Committee, Edward Onoja, said the boundary issue between the FCT and KOGI State has been on for a while. Representative of the Deputy Governor is the Deputy Chief of Staff to the Governor, Sunday Faleke. He said the government would like to commend the efforts made by the National Boundary Commission, MBC Office of the Surveyor General of the Federation and FCT KOGI officials for their efforts so far to bring the matter to a conclusion and keep peace at the borders. He pointed out that in the last meeting held in 2016, the state affirmed that boundaries were mainly for administrative purposes and not to divide the people.
We had also pointed out that reports have reached the state government on encroachment by Abaji community, as well as the siting of structures into our territory by FCT administration. We also stated that the encroachment will be normalized by having such land documented and registered with our state land bureau services. That those structures cited by the FCT administration could stay as they were beneficial to our people and the people of Abaji at the boundary. In addition, there was contention and differing on the position of Pillar B16 at the meeting. I would like to state that Abaji community was once part of Kotokalfi Emirate before the creation of the FCT. We should see ourselves not as neighbors only, but brothers. That faith has brought us to where we are today. It is therefore necessary that this meeting holds, and of the belief that we will surely find light at the end of the tunnel.
The Deputy Governor also recalled that the state noted that the encroachment could be normalized by having such lands documented and registered with KOGI State Land Bureau Services, adding that those structures cited by the FCT administration could stay as they were beneficial to KOGI people at the boundary. In addition, there was contention and differing on the position of Pillar B16 at the meeting. The officials thereafter went into a meeting which involved a step-by-step analysis of documents and exchange of same, after which a mutual agreement was reached and a communique containing details of the agreement and timeliness for implementation was issued. Other personalities present at the meeting were the Director of the Internal Boundary NMBC, Nicholas Eneleye.
The pillar is a BP16. And you can all see it here. Though it has been covered by sand, it is still there existing. We also told them that Pillar 17 was at Ibagi because the Constitution makes mention of a place a little west of Abaji. And we were there. We got there. Unfortunately for us, we saw KOGI local government had risen a beacon at a distance of about 4 kilometers away from Naharati, along the Abaji-Kotonkalfe Expressway, and terminates at Ebagi village. This is the boundary that was formally declared by officials of the Federal Surveys Department in 1979. To the two bordering communities of Abaji and Kotonkalfe before their rulers, His Royal Highness Alhaji Muhammad Lafia, the late Ohimege of Kotonkalfe, and His Royal Highness Alhaji Saidu Abdullahi, the late owner of Abaji. I was also there. In fact, some people from Kotonkalfe, some of our elders, even planted some trees. We were there.
Emoji P17
is straight line. So all that is needed is the pillars that will not be far from each other, so that every person, lay or not layman per se, in the area of the surveying, can easily and clearly know that this is the boundary between KOGI State and Federal Capital Territory. So today, it has been resolved unanimously.
The officials thereafter went into a meeting which involved a step-by-step analysis of documents and exchange of same, after which a mutual agreement was reached and a communique containing details of the agreement and timeliness for implementation was issued. Other personalities present at the meeting were the Director of the Internal Boundary, NNBC, Nicholas Eneyele, Honor of Abaji, His Royal Highness Adamu Bala Yunusa, Representative of Ohimege Igu Kotonkarfi, His Royal Highness Dauda Mukailo, Secretary KOGI State Boundary Commission, Akou John, Representative of the Surveyor General of the Federation, Surveyor Dunia Magaji, Senior Special Assistant to Governor Yahya Bello on boundary matters, Ayelabowo Adebanji, among others. Khadijat Mohammed, reporting for MLC TV.
The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has approved a 100 naira increase in bus fares for all bus rapid transit and standard routes with effect from July 13. The Assistant Director of Corporate Communication, Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, Kolawole Ojelabi, disclosed this in a statement. He said the increase, which will come into effect on July 13, is aimed at ensuring the sustainability of the BRT and standard route schemes. These measures are indispensable in the current global economic and environmental reality to ensure the sustainability of the bus reform initiative operation. With the increase, a bus ride from Ikorodu to Tafawa Balewa Square will now cost 600 naira from 500 naira, while Bega to Aja is now 700 naira from 600 naira. Oshodi to Abule Egba will cost 450 naira from 350, and Abule Egba to CMS Obalende will attract a fare of 600 naira. Ojelabi explained that the increase is due to the rising price of diesel, which affected the performance of the bus operating companies. The Independent National Electoral Commission has extended the ongoing continuous voters registration indefinitely. The exercise was initially scheduled to end on June 30th. INEC National Electoral Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voters Education Committee, Festus Okoye, made the announcement in a statement in Abuja. According to him, all resident electoral commissioners and electoral officers have been directed to continue with the exercise pending further directives from the Commission. Okoye said the Commission had consistently reiterated its resolve to continue to provide electoral services to Nigerians by registering all eligible persons. He added that INEC has deployed additional machines to areas of pressure and would continue to serve the people of Nigeria. Speaking on the submission of lists and particulars of nominated candidates for the governorship and state assembly primaries, Okoye said the July 15, 2022 given to political parties remained valid. He therefore urged political parties who have challenges with uploading documents to contact the Commission's help desk through the dedicated telephone lines or contact the candidates' nomination center at the Commission's headquarters. We go on a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now on foreign news. The United States made history on Thursday as KETANJI Brown Jackson was sworn in as the first black woman to serve on the Supreme Court. The 51-year-old's appointment by Democratic President Joe Biden means white men are not in the majority on the nation's highest court for the first time in 233 years. While her confirmation is a milestone, it won't change the 6-3 conservative majority on the court, which has come under fire for recent rulings broadening the right to bear arms and eviscerating abortion rights. Jackson spoke only to say her oath during Thursday's brief ceremony. She had picked up support from 3 Senate Republicans during a grueling and at times brutal confirmation process, delivering Biden a bipartisan 53-47 approval for his first Supreme Court nominee. Jackson's swearing-in marks a major moment for Biden, who chaired the Senate's Judiciary Committee in the 1980s and 90s. The appointment presents an opportunity for his administration to pivot from a spate of bad news in recent months, with Biden's poll rating still languishing below 40% amid runaway inflation ahead of midterm elections in November. Crucially, it has allowed Biden to show the black voters who rescued his floundering 2022 primary campaign that he can deliver for them. 4 of the justices on the 9-member court are now women, making it the most diverse bench in history. Now on sports news. Tottenham Hotspur have signed Brazil forward Richarlison from Everton on a 5-year deal believed to be worth £60 million. The 25-year-old scored 43 goals in 135 league appearances for the Toffees after joining from Watford in July 2018. Playing either as a wide attacker or central striker, Richarlison finished as Everton's joint top scorer across all competitions in his opening 2 seasons on Merseyside, reaching double figures in 3 of the 4 seasons he spent with them. He made his senior international debut for Brazil in September 2018 as a second-half substitute in their 2-0 win over the United States and has gone on to make 36 appearances, scoring 14 goals. Tottenham has brought forward as they prepare for a season in which they have qualified for the Champions League. They have already signed England goalkeeper Fraser Forster on a free transfer after the 34-year-old left Southampton, as well as Croatian winger Ivan Perisic on a free transfer from Inter Milan and Brighton, and Mali defender Vez Bissouma. In a statement, Everton thanked Richarlison for his service and commitment during his time with the club. The Men's Champions League is to be broadcast on BBC TV for the first time from the 2024-25 season. Highlights will be shown from 10 p.m. on Wednesday of match weeks on BBC TV, BBC iPlayer and the BBC Sports website and app, with clips for online and social media also available. The 3-year deal includes the final with highlights rights to be confirmed. It complements the existing BBC Radio 5 live commentary rights for European football's Premier Club competition. From the 2024-25 season, viewers will be able to watch highlights of the Premier League, Champions League and FA Cup on BBC. BBC Director of Sports Barbara Slater said they are simply thrilled to have won these rights. Guy Laurent Espin, UEFA Marketing Director, said he's thrilled to be partnering with the BBC in the UK for 2024 to 2027 as it broadcasts UEFA Champions League Wednesday highlights for the very first time. Over to Matthias Ayodeji Peters for the entertainment news.
On our entertainment news, Zazu Krona Abib Okikiola, popularly known as Portable, has finally reported to the police. The spokesman of Ogun State Police Command DSP Abimbola Oyeyemi in a statement on Thursday said the popular musician reported at the command's headquarters, Elewero, Abeokuta, on Wednesday at about 5 p.m. Portable was said to have come with his father and manager. This came 2 weeks after the command had advised him to report to the nearest police station over a viral video where he was seen ordering a group of boys to beat up another guy, simply identified as DJ Chicken, or be arrested. The police said the controversial artist was immediately ordered to be taken to the Public Complaints Bureau office by the Commissioner of Police, Larry Bankole, where he was interrogated about his role in the assault meted on the boy in the video. Oyeyemi, however, added that since the offense committed is a bailable one and coupled with the strike action embarked upon by the civil servants in the state, which also affected the courts, the suspect was released to a reliable surety who promised to produce him anytime he is needed. Meanwhile, Oyeyemi said the assaulted victim has also been invited to come and state his own side of the story to enable the command complete her investigation on time. And that is all on Entertainment News today. My name is Matthias Ayodeji Peter, reporting for MLC TV. Back to our caster for more stories.
Thank you, Matthias, for the updates. And that is the size of our package today. Join us same time next week to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV, like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV, Instagram, MLC TV 2021, and Twitter at MLC TV1. For your events, coverage, information, contribution, advert, and sponsorship, please call any of the numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Fridays and Saturdays to watch our special programs. Fridays 9 p.m. Local Government and You, Saturdays 7 p.m. Family Affairs, Saturdays 9 p.m. Political Arena, and Sundays 6 p.m. Women's World. It is Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Jane Gia Balagbubu. Thanks for watching. See you next week.